Let's get it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is your guy, Anthony Smith, and I'm sitting here with my guy,
P in the building.
And today on Chop It Up, first off, we want to thank you guys for being here on season 2, episode 5. We just realized we made a full 35 episodes of this Chop It Up joint, and we are so proud of what we've been able to do. And thank everybody for rocking with us and sharing our thoughts and our impressions on this photo and video game. So y'all continue to do that, and we're going to continue to feed y'all as we feel need be. But today, we got a little bit more of a touchy subject. You know what I mean? It's not really something that we would cover on Chop It Up. But us being black men in America is something that we felt like we needed to do. People's out there front lining it. I ain't got it. I'm not doing it. So it's going to be a whole lot of me looking and listening. And I'm going to be pretty much with y'all, Of course, I'm going to give my 2 cents, but kind of staying out the way on this whole George Floyd thing, this whole Black Lives Matter, like all of that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do political. It's a lot of things that I don't do, and this is one of them. I stay out the way. So nothing's going to change this episode, but we got some shit to talk about. P, how you feeling?
I think I just have like a narrative directed towards like creatives that are choosing to jump into a movement that you might not know all the way about. I don't want to spend time on doing the education and all that. And I don't want to. I'm just like you. I'm not here for the politics of it.
Yeah.
I'm not here to justify my blackness to anybody.
No.
I'm not here to justify. To me, all lives matter. Everything should be peaceful. If we get in a conflict, it's because you're human. It's not because of your color. I don't care about you trying to debunk the fact of facts that are very clear out there as well. So,
what do you think causes why don't people get it? Is it due to the lack of education? Is it due to them not giving a fuck? Is it stupidity? How do you feel like the majority of people know, but then there's still, I don't feel, so me personally, I don't feel like people don't know. Everybody knows. It's not like a secret. It's not like a hidden gem that's in the room that only certain people get to see. It's historically been the same for the last 100 years.
But I do think that, I do think, well, because you said that you think that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Well, from my experience of just talking to people, they only know what they're taught.
Okay.
So if they roll around ignorance because they were taught to be ignorant. To me, there's no excuse to stay ignorant to anything these days, though. Everything's on the internet. If you can spend time to figure out how to do your own press-on nails at home, you can go Google all that. You can go Google and find out why people are around in these streets chanting why Black Lives Matter. Like, if you really want to debunk it.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things, like my cousin Tig always says, the internet never loses. No matter what, it could look like a 40-year-old white dude that should know, and it's probably a 12-year-old kid that stole somebody's picture and posting stupid shit just to get some likes. You don't know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? You don't know for face value what you're dealing with unless you're dealing with and you're seeing directly somebody that you know personally directly saying some stupid shit. And the best thing that you can do is talk to that person and get them the information that they may need so they don't feel the way that they feel, per se. My boy Bobby, we're still tight as hell to this day. When Nipsey Hussle died, he has some BS to say, and I called him on it. He ended up pulling the post and really looking into Nipsey Hussle and saying, okay, Ant, I agree. I understand why people are riled up about this person dying, and it's not just another rapper. So with that being said, you're not going to be able to fix the world.
And you shouldn't be trying to.
So talk to somebody that you have direct connection to that doesn't seem to get the views on society and the way that things are going. You know what I mean? Like, enlighten somebody that's in your inner circle and spread the word that way, because you know what I mean? Like, it's dangerous out there. Everybody's not out there on peaceful protests. you know, and that's why me and my family are locked home, because all it takes is one person to do something stupid and now you had a full out riot. I'm staying home. I ain't got time for it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty much the sole provider for my family, and I'm going to continue to be that. So with that being said, I can't afford to go out there, get hurt, have something dumb happen to me because I'm trying to enlighten too many people. I'm going to do the best that I can when I can, and whoever comes to me with some nonsense, I'm going to give them my views, shoot them a couple links so they can enlighten themselves some more, and I'm done with it.
I hear you. And, you know, that's one of the points I was going to jump on. Part of it is communication.
Yeah.
But what I will say is I understand that there's a fear of something happening and protesting and all this. That's, you know, I went to a protest today. I wanted to see for myself because, like you said, the media is only going to win where you let them. It is nothing like they are projecting out there as far as the evil part. Are you going to be as a family member, you know, as the head of your household, are you going to be protesting at 11 o'clock anyway?
No.
Exactly. So like you're not going to be out there when the violence is happening. So I'm not saying like go out there and step out there. I'm just saying like there's a lot of stuff that is being tainted by the media, by what is
the media is losing their control, and everybody's the media now. You know what I mean? Everybody has a cell phone in their pocket. Everybody's going live. Everybody's spreading their opinion and their views. You know what I mean? So the consumption of who's sitting at home watching the television, those are the people that are a part of the problem anyways. Those aren't the people that are out here on the streets that are actively trying to change things. But
those are the ones that are part of the problem. Those are the ones that
exactly.
That's
what
I'm
saying.
But what I'm saying is how you combat that is being able to have some experience and being able to let them know. That's how you debunk them.
Gotcha.
And that's what I was looking to go do today. I needed to see like, is the shit that I'm seeing real or not?
Yeah.
And now every time I see a post that comes across my feed, it's my responsibility for you and for everybody else that may be looked at that way to stop that. Because that is what's more powerful than anything else is false narratives.
Right.
So that, you know, that's, you know, taking responsibility there. And that's kind of where I was trying to get to with like, I see a lot of creatives getting out here and they're running to LA or they're running to like big cities and they want to do this and they want to do that. And then they're not doing shit in their own city.
Because they don't care about the movement. They care about the likes.
Exactly. And that is more damaging than anything else because you're not, I'm all for being creative and doing whatever you want to do, but understand with this movement, you are taking the responsibility to step up for something that you are going to paint a picture to for somebody else to be like, yeah, that's what it should be about. Mm-hmm. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
1000%. You have to be careful with it. You can ride with whatever you want to ride with. And Black Lives Matter does not exclude everybody. It's not just about black people. It's not just only black people can protest about this. It's about just being good humans, period. Mm-hmm. Now, did it derive? Did that movement come from some black shit? Yes. That's why the title is what it is.
Right.
It does not say Black Lives Matter. Nobody else does. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't say that. So, you know, like I would just challenge people to stop being like so narrow-minded on a situation, really just dive into what things are really about. And, you know, if you really have some, you know, some comments that you would like to say about it for or against, just be willing to have a full conversation. Just understand that it's going to be a deep rooted conversation that somebody's going to have some facts and they're going to speak passionate about. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean they're arguing with you. It doesn't mean they want to hurt you. It doesn't mean that they're aggressive. It doesn't mean that they're racist. It just means that they have deep-rooted feelings that come across that are seriously backed by facts. So just be careful. If you guys are out there, you guys want to, you know, cover some stuff and you want to please just be careful on what you guys post. And if you post it, be open to the energy that you're opening yourself up to, because nobody is telling you to go out there and do it. Mm-hmm. No, unless you're hired to go do it. Even at that point, you're hired to go do it. You're still choosing to post it on your own page.
Right. So
you cannot openly post some stuff like this and go cover whatever you want to go cover and then get mad when somebody has an opinion about it.
Yeah, this is...
If you don't want to deal with it, do not, just stay away.
Stay home.
Is that simple? If you don't want to deal with it at all, just stay away from it. Mm-hmm. like you don't have to capitalize on everything. There's there's a big enough percentage of people that are still just worried about regular life to where you can just keep doing what you was doing. It's okay.
Yep.
It is okay.
That's exactly where I'm at. Talk to you if you get in my face about it, but other than that, you just gonna keep it moving.
But those are the more impactful conversations. Than
because
anything.
you're talking to somebody that you already have a relationship with. You know what I mean? And odds are, if that's really truly your friend, a conversation isn't going to end that friendship. You're either going to be enlightened or you're going to send some information to somebody that needs to be enlightened. You know, either way, it's a good thing, keeping it in conversation. Maybe there's somebody who's afraid to talk about it, who doesn't want to talk about it, who's just kind of ear hustling. You know, you always got them people, especially at work and especially around touchy subjects, that are going to act like they're doing something else, but really over there.
Oh, yeah, they're
listening to what you guys are talking about. So you're going to have those too. But you got to, you know, it's a shitty situation, and it sucks that America, the strongest, the most undivided place on the planet, has to be divided at this time. But in true retrospect, it's always been divided, and it's just coming to a head, like that pimple that's on your 16-year-old daughter's forehead, and it has busted. And now it's time to pick up the pieces, and hopefully everybody get more aligned, because there's no way you're going to grab everybody. But as long as you get the massives to get aligned with each other and what's going on to stop some of these innocent people from being killed, and even if they are guilty, nothing that you can be guilty of is still, you know, worth you dying over. You know what I mean? So, and you know, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, whatever the case may be, but you're not out there killing people, so you don't deserve to die. And 99% of the people that they're talking about with this Black Lives Matter movement was on some, you know, like some regular fuck shit. Like, not they just killed somebody and they were on the run type fuck shit. Like, they did a little petty crime and they were basically over prosecuted right there on the spot. There was no, you're innocent until proven guilty. Is you guilty right now, and you're not going to see the judge. I'm going to be the judge, and I'm choosing to say that you're guilty, and this is what's going to happen to you. So when they got the badge, they didn't pick up the badge and put their hand on that Bible and say the oath to that. You know what I mean? That's not what their job is, and they're basically doing too much. Everybody has somebody at work that is doing too much, and this does not mean that all cops are bad. This does not mean, you know what I mean? Like, none of that. Everybody has somebody at work that does too much. No matter if you call them a brown noser or whatever the case may be, it's somebody that's at your job that's doing too much. And these officers are that. They're just doing too much and for no reason. You know what I mean? And it could be just down the line, it's something that they've seen over and over, and maybe the partner that brought them in a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has their own situation. Maybe they was picked on in junior high and now they got the badge and now they want to be Mr. Tough Guy. Maybe they came into the police department that they're working for, and the old cop that was going on his way out was a racist, and now you're taking on their ways. You know what I mean? There's so many different scenarios and different things that could be happening, but at the end of the day, none of the shit should be happening. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like this whole movement is about, is pulling these bad officers out of the departments and cleaning the departments up. You know what I mean? Because you see cops and they go through different situations, and my cousin is an officer and my uncle was an officer, you know what I mean? And I love them guys to death, and they're out there just doing a job. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, they have a job to do. You know, it's like when I get a ticket, when I got pulled over for speeding, I knew that I was speeding. It ain't no, like, I didn't come at the cop like you pulling me over because I'm black, blah, 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 blah. None of that happened. Nigga, I'm pulling you over because you was breaking the law. The law is 70 on the freeway and you was doing 89.
Right.
I knew I was doing 89. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to have a full-blown argument, and I know that I was already wrong. But some people take it there, and, you know, so different situations are going to call for different tactics. But at the end of the day, none of these tactics deserve to be taking somebody's life.
Right. People don't need to die regardless of the perspectives. Like, that's what it comes down to, and that's what the movement is about.
Yeah. My uncle,
people
who
need to stop dying,
was a cop. He
Period.
said the police departments need to stop hiring pussies. That's what he told me. When I talked to him about the whole thing, he said police departments, these guys get out of the Marine Corps service, they get out of the Army, they get out of wherever they wherever they came from, and they feel like they need to have some form of empowerment. And the way for them to get this empowerment is to go to the police academy so they can feel like they have the power over somebody. And that's not what it's about. You know what I mean? You get these badges and you got to get in there for the right reason, you know? And another thing, like there's a lot of people that are out there pissed off this and that. You might be 15, 16 years old. Go become a police officer.
Right.
Go become a judge. Go become a lawyer. Like besides voting on a yearly basis once you're of age to vote, get into some of these positions that are going to help change these scenarios and change these motives. Like there's all kinds of other things that can be done besides the protesting, the rioting, and what has unfortunately happened this go around, you know?
100%, man. You can still contribute in a whole bunch of other ways. You don't have to hit those streets.
No,
it doesn't have to happen. I think everybody has.
You don't even have to open your mouth. You can know
Right.
what you want to do on the back end. My
Right.
daughter wants to be a psychologist. You know what I mean? That's going to help somebody who has maybe some issues or something happen with them, and they're a cop, and now they're not going to have to take that aggression out somewhere else because they were able to talk to someone who was a professional so they can get these feelings out of themselves. There's many different professions that you can do to help this.
Yep. You just gotta want to care.
Everybody got to do their part. So whatever your part, however big or small that may be, just do something for the better. You know what I mean? Don't do it for the hype, you know? And I feel like that's what the conversation was earlier. There's a lot of people that are going to do everything for the hype. It just don't matter. You know what I mean?
This just ain't one of those one, unless you have a direct narrative to really like make a change. If you're just out there just I put some footage out. Look, I edited it cool, and the color grading is great. Nah, man, this ain't the time.
Yeah,
it's really not the time. And I'm telling you, I have very open discussions with everybody, pros and cons. Like I don't care as long as we're talking. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your viewpoint is. I really don't, because I'd rather just have the conversation so that we can come to some type of understanding. For me, if I want to get understanding on why you can't hear me, then I have to receive what you have, what you think, and why you think it, and why it's there. Like, we have to start there. If we don't start there, we're not gonna start nowhere. I can't just walk in there and just be like, boom, you should know everything about black people.
I'm black. I don't know nothing about
black
people.
I don't know everything about black people. I'm black, you know. So
I know
it's not even
much.
it's not even about like.
Shouldn't be about it.
For me, it's not. I know it's Black Lives Matter, and I know I'm black, but I don't reserve that I have to just talk about black stuff. Like, it's not even like I hate even putting like the narrative all the way on that, because I feel like, and the reason why I do that is because I feel like that's a roadblock in itself. Like, if I feel like there's already a barrier put there. So if I enter the conversation like, hey, we're going to have this black conversation, you're automatically going to take that. I don't know what your experience is with black people or you know, what you've learned about them or anything like that. So I don't want to create a barrier there. Right. Let's just talk about being humans. Yeah. Let's just talk facts. That's it. That's it. And we'll get somewhere after that, you know, and that's really, you know, where I like to just keep it. And I wish people, I really think that the movement isn't necessarily the problem. I think the name of the movement is the problem. And I think people will not look past that it starts with black. I think if it just says lives matter, I think it would be a lot softer. Yeah,
but lives ain't getting killed. It's black lives.
Right. So. Right. And you know, if there is other lives getting killed, cool, start a movement. We'll roll with you. Yeah. Because there's not anything that we don't protest with anybody else, period.
Yeah. Hashtag it on your shirt.
Right. We'll roll with you. I promise. I promise you. If you guys open a protest, we'll be there. I promise you. I promise you. We're there. We support everything. So,
with that being said, you guys stay positive out there. Stay safe. Do what you can to improve someone else's life today, on all daily. You know, just take these small steps. Small steps over a long period of time make huge changes. Because nothing happens overnight. Right. This ain't gonna get changed overnight. So just, you know, try and be a good human being, as P might say.
That's all it's about, man. Show that you guys care about humans, and if you don't, man, just stay in your own lane. If you know, like if you really don't care, you really don't want to make a change, then don't spark the fire. Like don't feed the fire where everybody else is trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stay where you're at. If you're already there, we already know you over there. Stay over there.
Right.
You ain't gotta come. We already know you over there.
Yeah.
Just stay over there.
Keep your ass over there.
Yeah. But outside of that, man, yeah, man, y'all tell somebody y'all love them today, man, and give somebody a hug. I don't, if y'all still worry about COVID, then I get it.
Air hug.
Air hug.
Air hug.
Give them, air pound or whatever, man. Just be nice to people, y'all.
Yeah. And don't be rolling by the protesters, flipping them off.
Yeah, I got flipped off a couple times today. I don't appreciate that. Come on, man. I'm minding my business. I understand that you got to go to, get your little Brussels sprouts or whatever you going to do today. Yeah. But, man, you ain't got to flip me off because I wasn't doing nothing violent to you, man. All I was doing was saying my life mattered.
Right.
Don't shoot a brother.
I'm Anthony Smith.
Yo, P in the building.
And this is... All lives matter.
Everything.